Thanks for being with us here on Ask the Rabbi. Susan and I love using the principles of ancient Jewish wisdom to teach God's wishes in our relationships with Him, with our families, with our friends, and even relationships with our money. And we do that by working on the questions that you send to us. Listen to this one. As a recent father, it is my desire to show my child the way of the Lord. Thus I have a question. What is the best way to teach Torah to our children, especially to toddlers under the age of 12 years? Toddlers under the age of 12? Okay, fine. What is the best method and what are the best techniques to convey the narrative to them while at the same time conveying the wisdom and the substance, which some stories I find may not be suitable for children? I want to learn from your perspective as a rabbi and as Jewish parents on how to impart your wisdom to your children. And this is from Nugroho. Nugroho, thank you very much indeed for your question. And the first thing I'm going to take issue with in your question, because it needs a correction right there. You said that some of the stories in the Bible are not suitable for your children. And I would say that that isn't true. I can't think of a single story that isn't suitable for your children. You might be thinking in the book of Genesis when Judah visited with a woman by the wayside whom he thought to be one kind of a woman. In reality, it was his daughter-in-law who was disguised. And a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that when we teach Bible to our children, we should skip that chapter. We don't advise that at all. In fact, we strongly discourage that. Obviously, everything can be taught at the correct level. Whether it was that or the rape of Dinah towards the end of Genesis, all of these, they're challenging, but that's how you begin to open up the relationship, how you begin to explain to your children the things that they need to begin to understand. As we've often said on this program, you cannot start teaching children when they're 15 or 16 or 17. It starts at the very beginning of comprehension. And the Bible is, without question, the surest way to begin to teach that.
If I can come from a different angle, I think. You know, we want your children to have music appreciation. And when they're little, they may listen to, I'm probably going to date myself here from when my kids were little, but they might listen to Rabbi or Hap Palmer or little children's music. But it's very important that they see you listening to Mozart and Beethoven. Now, you're not going to force a 3-year-old and say, I want you to sit down and listen to this sonata for the next 15 minutes. But you're teaching them music at that level. It is so important that they see you, though, listening to the 15-minute sonata. Same thing with books. I'm going to read my child The Cat in the Hat, but I want them to see me sitting with a book that they look at and it has no pictures, and it's huge, because I want them to see. So I think I would come from a little different angle and say, yeah, you want to start with things that the child can relate to, Noah and the flood, but you want to make sure that they don't think that's the Bible and God are for children only.
And let
you want them to see you also learning and growing.
That's the key thing. Let them see you reading the Bible when you're not teaching them, but when you're teaching yourself. And they're watching you take the lessons of the Bible seriously at your level is what helps you do exactly what you're trying to do here, which is help them begin to take those lessons seriously. It's not enough to just lecture at them. They've got to see that it is as important to you as you want it to become to them as well. Blessings on that. I know it's going to work wonders with your children. Go ahead and let us know exactly how that works out. We'd love to hear from you. Until our next time together here on Ask the Rabbi, Susan and I pray that God should bless you with good health and with prosperity, and you yourself will take it from there.